Entitled coworker wants a crochet Chewbacca for free. I crochet as a hobby, mostly beanies and backpacks, but I can do anything. I spent a lot of my youth making things for other people and had a lot of my stuff turned down because I didn't get the exact color they were thinking of. As an adult, in order to save my time, money, and sanity, I always tell people the same thing when they ask me to make something: bring me the yarn and I'll make whatever you want. It makes it so I don't have to spend money and it weeds out people who aren't serious. I work at a middle school and students comment on my hat or bag almost every day. It's extremely common for them to ask me to make them something, and I always tell them to bring me the yarn and I'll make whatever they want. A couple of kids have taken me up on that offer and it's worked out great. Then one day a coworker, I'll call him Mr. O, overheard me talking to a student about it. I've worked with him for years and I know this guy is a big earner, more than 100K a year type of guy. I guess he never connected the dots that I was making this stuff, so he came right over and asked me to make something for him. He started by asking if I could make dolls, which I can. Then he asked if I could do a Chewbacca doll. Why not? He tell me that it's for a nephew who really likes Star Wars and gets really excited when I tell him that it's possible and should look great. I tell him about making the hair, the bandolier, a blaster, stuff like that, and he's loving it. Then comes the obligatory bring me the yarn and I'll make it. He just brushes me off and just says no. He continues asking about the bandolier, will it be removable? I bring it back to him going and buying the yarn by telling him what colors he needs, a few shades of brown, black, and gray, colors he can find by just Googling Chewbacca and looking at a picture of him. He looks at me like I just suggested he go jump off a bridge and tells me there is no need for him to do that, I can do it just fine. I told him he was asking me to spend at least a dozen hours of my personal time to make something for him, so I needed him to put in a little time and effort and go to the store to pick out colors. He just laughed and told me he would pay me back later. Then he patted me on the back and left. Now, every once in a while, he checks in with me about his Chewbacca doll. I keep telling him I'm not spending my own money to get his nephew a doll, and he just laughs and asks me when it will be done. Never. It will never be done. At this point, I don't even care if he brings me the yarn. /*, get it, I'm a man.